Our second half of the season had taken off to a great start, and we were winning a lot of games. We won 6-0, we drew 1-1, a couple of 1-1 draws, including a draw against Casapia. But my form was the one that was in the best fashion. I had scored 5 goals within this period, and I had got 9 assists. I mean, my numbers were racking up in the second half of the season at a rate of knots. Our last portion of the season saw some really big games, including Sporting, who were seated second in the table and had to win this game to be able to keep up with Benfica in first. So we were on a task to stop them. The visit to Sporting was in Lisbon, my second visit to Lisbon after the Benfica one. But this time round, I had enough time to stroll around the city and look around because we arrived a day earlier. So I decided to look for someone who knew the interiors of Lisbon very well. Bianca came over, we talked and we walked around the city. While we were walking, I was just looking at her all the time, infatuated by her. I felt like she was very beautiful today, and she had grown into a woman of late. So I don't know whether I was falling in love with my best friend, but it was not. It was some feelings that I felt that I couldn't hide anymore.
The ending is cursed. This ship is sinking, so just say the words. Some people change, but you know I won't. Maria, I wanna make everything okay. Don't trust me, forgive me. You have to find a way.
That evening, after walking around the city and talking much, we FaceTimed again for a few hours, and she told me to be positive and concentrate on my next game. The second time we were meeting Sporting this season, in the first leg we beat them by 2-0. In fact, we had been very strong against these top teams in this league. I had a really good chance to convert the first goal of the game in the opening minutes, but I don't know how I even missed that. That one was a chance for me to get my 6th goal of the season, and I but wasted it. We later on created a couple of chances, some shots were taken, and we managed to at least get a few on target, but the keeper still stood firm.
It's never better when mistakes are made again. There's poisons in my veins.
That was my 10th assist of the season, and the damage that was done to the defenders for that goal to be created by Apia. That one was a really beautiful goal. He just sent the defenders packing and both of them into the ground before slotting that into the back of the net. It was really fun. Just watch that. It was a beautiful goal that set us off 1-0 against Sporting, and with immediate effect from the kickoff, my high press and my determination was enough to see us win the ball back, and I managed to create a second goal for Avin Apia. All it took was a very light, deft touch for me to be able to get the ball to Apia. The pass came in. I felt about taking an extra touch, but that little touch managed to get the ball into the back of the net for us.
Searching for more defensive balance now, Peter.
The second half of the game was pretty quiet. Sporting tried their best to try to get the ball on target. Some chances came in, some were created, including Victor Gyökeres heading one well-placed sitter over the bar, and they just couldn't keep up with us. We had managed to take 2 goals, an early lead, and it was enough, including our very good defense, to complete the double over Sporting, meaning all that Benfica needed was a win in their next game and they will clinch the title. We were seated in 6th at this point, and I felt like our season had taken off to a very, very good start. Next up, we hosted Sporting Braga. Braga, the previous game we went and played against them, we drew 0-0, and now this time round they came over. We were determined to keep up the good form against these top clubs. We had done it so far. Only Benfica had managed to do the double over us. They were definitely just flying at the top of the league solo, but against Sporting, Porto and Braga, our season had just been really fantastic.
Sporting Braga were imperious when the two sides last met. The fans are asking for more of the same.
Braga started the game the most stronger side, and they had literally good chances, but our keeper was up to the task. One really good save right there that you just saw, and then in the rest of the game they were just coming, pumping their way through us, looking for the openings of which we couldn't provide. The keeper stood firm a couple of times, and we managed to at least get to halftime with a 0-0 scoreline.
So deadlock still as the second half begins.
In the second half, the start began the same way. A shot into goal, the keeper managed to save it, and on the breakaway counter, we managed to create something of what would be my 6th goal of the club for the season.
He's in a good position. Slices shots. It's in. Oh, high quality goal. Lovely first touch. Sumptuous second.
To be honest, goals had been something that were hard to come by for me this season. I was getting more assists than goals, but at this point I had racked up 16 goals and assists for the club. I was really cruising. This second half of the season had been my most important one, and it had paid off really well. That was the only goal that of the game that managed to allowed us to win the game. We had performed well against Braga, and we had kept our fate and our glory in our hands. Things were getting better, but it could get even better, as next up was the finals against Porto.
Well, welcome everybody. You join us here for our coverage of what is set to be a truly exciting final. Formalities are underway. Everybody is soaking up an energetic, highly charged atmosphere within the ground. The teams will be with us very shortly. We look forward, of course, to that special moment. In the meantime, we take in the feeling of excitement and euphoria ahead of what should be a really outstanding final. Nobody in this atmosphere can hide from the truth about how much this game matters. The scene overflows with colour and passion. The crowd rises for the national anthem of Portugal.
Set for the big stage, and I was pretty happy to see my name on the team sheets in a Taça de Portugal final. The chance to win this club their first trophy, I believe, and I think this is the first time they were in the finals of Ataca de Portugal, the Portuguese Cup, something at feat that we had managed to achieve in our first season, something that will go down into the history books, even if we didn't end up winning it. But everyone came here to win, and we as well, none the same, came here to win. We were not going to give Porto the chance to walk over us. We had already beaten them in this season. This was an all different competition, but it all mattered the same. We had a very, very good chance in the first half to take the lead across into the box, which just whisked away from the head of one of our players. But unfortunately, now for us, we couldn't take our chance, but Porto took theirs. A dagger into the heart of Nacional fans very, very early into the game. 11 minutes in, we pumped ourselves up, got the courage, came back, and we created a very, very good chance that I don't know how I missed, but it's a chance that will rue to date the fact that I missed that sitter. It was just placed for me on the plate, but I couldn't put it away. We were coming back again and again, created more chances, looked for more spaces, even trying to shoot from completely difficult and unimaginable angles. We were pumping our way through, trying to find that equalizer right before halftime. Some good through balls. We managed to find some free kicks on the edge of the box, including that one. And then when the free kick was hit, it hit the wall, but we had chances to create, and I was in positions to receive a pass from my teammates, but none of them were ready to give it to me. I don't know, it was because the fact that I missed one earlier, but I placed myself in open positions waiting for a pass that never came, and we wasted a really big chance. That was.
Bit of an appeal, but nothing doing. Played out to the right. He's got away. Nice ball, and he's in here. It's anyone's ball.
We went into halftime trailing 1-0, came out in the second half, and Porto came back to play a very, very different game. They were playing defensive, they were playing possession football, and with their possession and defensiveness, they even managed to create one chance, of which, according to me, they should have converted, but they didn't manage to. They were stronger than ever. The first half, they allowed us to at least look for that space, but we couldn't in the second half. Our players just couldn't keep up, and fatigue was something that was really affecting us. Time was really, really slowing down. Time was waning. Porto were keeping the ball, and the more they possessed the ball, the more frustrated we became. I myself was fatigued to a point that I couldn't run anymore, just staying in front, waiting for maybe an opportunity to arise. Porto had the last laugh in the game, and we had failed. Looking at the disappointment in my teammates' faces, I felt that I had caused a lot of burden in the team. I had one really good chance in the first half that I wasted, recalled it, and felt like if I could just have calmed down and placed that ball better, we would have maybe gone to extra time and maybe had a chance in penalties, or we could have even won it all the same. But it was all lost. Our final game of the season came against Vitória, and we were here in front of our fans at home to complete the season. A season that had been a turning point for us, a season that had been really good. We were currently in 5th with a chance to go up to 4th with a draw, or maybe even a win if it was possible, and I think this would be the highest position that this club had finished in history. We had made the Taça de Portugal final, and that one was history in itself. We had crafted a history for this club that none other could have crafted. My first season for the club, 17 goal contributions, 6 goals and 11 assists were really immense. We tried our best to create some chances in this final game, but nothing was coming by. We created, we crafted, we passed, we shot, but the pain from losing the final was still with the players, and our composure was not there. All the chances we had didn't go well, and unfortunately the game ended up as a 0-0 draw. We were given a standing ovation by the fans for the fantastic season we'd had, making it to the Taca de Portugal final, finishing in fourth place, just behind the top three teams. We had finished even better than teams that were crafted to finish even better than us this season. It was a season to remember for the Nacional fans. The team from the island had made some impact into Portuguese football, and we had created a history for ourselves. We were this was, I felt, the beginning of many things to come. I myself finished the season with a good tally: 11 goals, 6 assists in 33 games, 17 goal contributions at just 18. I only did all of this when I was just 17, a 74 average rating, and I was now even better placed to play at left wing position. I finished the season in second in terms of league assists. That was 9 assists in the league, and the other 2 came in the Taca de Portugal, just behind Coach up front. When the team of the season sheets came out, I was part of that alongside the likes of Gyökeres, Kochu, Moutinho, Humland. I thought that this one was crap, but yeah, I was in the team of the season. I am eventually one of the best players, including the fact that I was this young to make the team of the season. It was something really important for my marketing. Later that evening, Bianca texted me and asked me which part of the world we would like to visit for the off season, and I told her to give me some time to think about it. I will get back to her.